Welcome to the Now I'm Ashley.
And I'm Gus.
Lots of people try to start each new year with their best foot forward, right? We're gonna make changes, we're gonna learn new stuff.
It's gonna be a good year.
It's gonna be great. Well, if you're one YouTuber in particular, it means kicking off 2018 with the controversial video showing a suicide victim.
Because why not, right?
Why not indeed?
This latest ill-advised YouTube stunt comes from Logan Paul, who has more YouTube followers than sense, apparently. It's resulted in not one, but two apologies and a huge chunk of the YouTube community calling for disciplinary action against him. And so far, pretty much crickets from YouTube.
Yeah, it's a case of a very popular YouTube personality crossing a line that pretty much everyone agrees shouldn't have been crossed and shouldn't have been a discussion. Even in this age of the internet where everyone puts everything on camera, everyone still says, no, too far. Also brings up issues of suicide awareness and a bro dude acting like an asshole in a country and culture that he probably had no awareness of.
Okay, time for background on the video first. This all started with a recent video that Paul posted in Japan. In the video, he visits the Aokigahara forest. Apologies, my pronunciation's probably wrong there. And this forest has a notorious reputation as a place where people go to kill themselves.
Not a nice place. In Paul's video, we see him going through the forest with a guide as they talk about local rumors of paranormal activity.
And then they come across a hanging body, which unfortunately we see, albeit with the face blurred out. In reaction, Paul says, "I really hate to say this, I think there's someone hanging right there."
He later adds, "This is the top 5 craziest things I've ever experienced in my life," but then he corrects himself to say it's number 1, so good taste.
Yeah, awesome. The video doesn't end with the dead person. Later in a parking lot, Paul busts out some sake and does shots while recapping what just happened. Despite laughing at points during the video, Paul says that he's just coping with humor. He says later, suicide is not a joke, depression and mental illness are not a joke. We came here with an intent to focus on the haunted aspect of the forest. This just became very real.
So somehow, despite the subject matter and the fact that they filmed a dead body, Paul decided to go ahead and post the video complete with the image of the blurred out body as part of the thumbnail. Paul even teased the video ahead of its release, writing on Twitter, "Tomorrow's vlog will be the craziest and most real video I've ever uploaded."
Real. Naturally, the reaction online to Paul's vlog was swift and savage, with other voices from YouTube and social media criticizing Paul for exploiting a tragedy for views and for disrespecting Japanese culture on the whole.
The criticism centered around the fact that, well, Paul should have probably known better than to post a video that pretty much everyone agrees exploited a tragedy. Again, while the internet age has been pretty famous for crossing a lot of lines and breaking a lot of taboos, Paul managed to cross one of the last remaining lines.
The harshest criticism came from fellow YouTubers and online personalities. In a video, friend of Rooster Teeth and Senpai Supreme, Reina Scully said that it felt like he was being disrespectful of Japanese people, and she called his apology so self-serving that it ended up not being an apology at all.
Others called for YouTube to step in and do something, because after all, the video did end up on the trending page. Philly D tweeted, "Just remember this, before all the extended community outrage against Logan Paul's We Found a Dead Body video, there was a seemingly uncontested 550 to 600,000 likes on it. His core audience doesn't give a fuck. Unless YouTube does something, this doesn't hurt him."
Lacey Green even tied the video into the current anti-government protests in Iran, tweeting, "Logan Paul exploiting a suicide victim in Japan to the tune of 6 million plus views, while YouTube demonetizes students protesting in Iran is a perfect example of what a sociopathic garbage fire YouTube has become. This industry has no soul left."
I wonder how she feels about it.
That's very strongly, apparently.
Matt Pat tweeted, "Suicide is not a joke, it's not content, it's a cry for help that went unanswered. If you're having suicidal thoughts, please talk to someone."
And to top it all off, PewDiePie, remember him, weighed in and make fun of him, and PewDiePie's no stranger to posting videos with Nazi jokes that get him dropped from his MCN, so that's saying something.
That's saying something. Also, he's got a lot of practice with apology videos.
Yeah.
Even Breaking Bad actor Aaron Paul ripped into him, tweeting, "How dare you? You disgust me. I can't believe that so many young people look up to you. So sad. Hopefully this latest video woke them up. You are pure trash, plain and simple. Suicide is not a joke. Go rot in hell."
Wow, bets he was receiving a lot of misdirected angry tweets about it?
Probably pretty high.
As for the video itself, it got more than 6 million views before Paul ultimately took it down. Also worth mentioning that Paul claims it was never monetized on his end. However, it doesn't sit well with many creators that the video was allowed to exist in that state for as long as it was.
Yeah, YouTube has responded to the controversy without any real commitment. In a statement that read, "Our hearts go out to the family of the person featured in the video. YouTube prohibits violent or gory content posted in a shocking, sensational, or disrespectful manner. If a video is graphic, it can only remain on the site when supported by appropriate education or documentary information, and in some cases, it will be age-gated. We partner with safety groups such as the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline to provide educational resources that are incorporated in our YouTube Safety Center."
Which isn't much of a statement about why the video stayed up. So thanks for the transparency and clarity, YouTube.
Does it count as a documentary? Does it count as educational? I mean, where do the sake shots fit in?
Yeah.
Now, for Paul's part, he has now responded in 2 different apologies.
In the first, he kind of half-heartedly apologizes, but then goes on to defend himself, writing on Twitter, "I didn't do it for views. I get views. I did it because I thought I could make a positive ripple on the internet, not cause a monsoon of negativity. That's never the intention."
He added, "I'm often reminded of how big of a reach I truly have, and with great power comes great responsibility. For the first time in my life, I'm regretful to say I handled that power incorrectly. It won't happen again." And then he signed off with the hashtag Logan for life, to really underscore the seriousness of the situation.
Well, everyone hated that apology, so today he also uploaded another one, this time on video, where he's much more contrite and says, "I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize."
He adds, "I should have never posted the video. I should have put the cameras down and stopped recording what we were going through. There was a lot of things I should have done differently, but I didn't. And for that, from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry."
He also pleads for his fans not to defend his actions and apologizes to the victim and his family.
Now, for YouTube, this is another one of those real bad looks they're probably hoping doesn't get them into more trouble with advertisers. And look, the adpocalypse experience on the platform that lasted for a lot of last year has been pretty well documented repeatedly over and over and over. And every time a YouTube creator grabs the negative spotlight, this just tends to make things worse. And this is a pretty bad one.
This is really bad. And this is probably why you're seeing so many creators pile on as well. A lot of them are no doubt tired of being punished for the bad apples.
Especially when the bad apple stays up. And look, there's a lot of concern by content creators as well that videos like this vlog that clearly showed and exploited suicide victims doesn't seem to be a deal breaker for the gods at YouTube, but gameplay footage gets demonetized for having fake guns on screen, and all these LGBT videos get flagged and quarantined for being inappropriate. But this one,
Yeah. It does seem kind of tone deaf that they don't seem too concerned about it when they've claimed they're making such an effort to make the platform stable, responsible, and attractive to advertisers.
Yeah, so we'll see if YouTube ends up doing anything about this. Based on their statement, it doesn't sound too likely. In the meantime, it is worth noting that suicide is a very, very serious issue, especially around this time of the year. If you need help in the US, you can call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. And we'll also put a link to crisis centers around the world in the description. So if you have concerns, if you have worries, if you need to talk to someone, please reach out. Welcome to The Know. I'm Ashley.
I'm Gus.
Lots of New Year. Well, we did not get far into this one.
In a video, friend of Rooster Teeth and Senpai Supreme Raina Scully said that it felt like he was being disrespectful of Japanese people, and she called his apology. So I think I said disrespectful wrong.
That's
Can
right.
I
Yeah,
go back?